Hi, my name is Tom Farinola. I own Atlantic Home Entertainment and Stereo in the city of Costa Mesa, and been in business personally for 30 years. Store's been in business for 67 years. We're one of the oldest stores in California. What you're about to see is my pride and joy. This changed my life. 4 years ago, I was ready to just pack up the store, run out to the desert and play tennis every day. When I met, I was finding I was losing the passion of audio, why I bought the store. And Steinway Lyngdorf brought that passion back to me. And it took me on a totally different journey. The journey of how do I bring this magic to everyone? People say, oh, I'm not an audiophile. This is about being a music lover. This is about buying a product in a system that's a generational product. It's not just for you, it's for your children. How many of us you buy things and acquire things in our lives and they end up in a consignment store when we pass on? A Steinway piano doesn't do that. I walk into a client's house and they have a Steinway piano sitting in their entryway, and I ask, do you play the piano? And they say, no, but it was my mom's, it was my dad's, my grandmother's, and they have photos on top. We now have a system that you not only will reproduce audio like an instrument. My clients who I have exposed to Steinway, they chastise me by saying it's not a speaker. It looks like a speaker, but it's really an instrument. It's from that perspective. And an instrument's not loud. My biggest fans, don't take it the wrong way, but are women. Women we've known you hear more in the upper octaves. Men don't hear that, we just don't hear it. How many of us say, it's too loud, turn it down, turn it down? With Steinway, that doesn't occur because it doesn't distort. And that's some of the magic behind this amazing product. Steinway has a vast range. I can't show it to you here, but they go from a speaker that's the size of a 8.5 by 11 that hangs on your wall to 7-foot speakers and everything in the middle. And there's no system that we can't do. We can do home theater, we can do TV, we can do music, we can do audio, we can do video, we can do outdoor speakers. We have a speaker now, can you come over here? We have an outdoor speaker that is solely designed to go on yachts. We're using them to go in backyards. This is a speaker that's completely impervious to all elements. It's a complete encapsulated full range speaker. And that's what we brought to the show to expose to people. Here's a company that doesn't do any advertising to speak of. They have a website, they have 150 or so dealers around the world, and a handful of shows around the world. This is the best kept secret that I've ever been exposed to. And my journey is to make everybody I know just ask the question. Here's a concept. The journey that we have in audio, and I've explained this story to many, many people that were here. I'm going to paint a little picture for you. I'm going to design an amazing system for you, and then 6 months later, you're going to come into me and you're going to go, well, it's a little on the harsh side, a little on the bright side, it needs more bass, and then there's the journey. Oh, you need the speaker wire, and you need the power conditioner, and you need the biggest pair of speakers, and you need this, hence the journey. It's a fun journey. But if you don't want that journey, and you want to be done, all you need to do is go in this direction. They make an amplifier. They make a 2-channel amp, and they make a 4-channel amp. That's it. That's all they make. So if you have a pair of speakers that cost $6,000, or you have a pair of speakers that cost $250,000, they use the same amplifier. If you have a preamp, it's the same preamp. The speaker wire that I have going from the amplifier to the speaker is basically like 14 gauge. The interconnect that goes from the preamp to the amp is a Cat 6 wire. My power conditioner is a Surgex linear UPS battery. The concept is that we as music lovers or home theater enthusiasts, we kind of just want to get it and be done with it. We don't, some of us like the journey, others don't. I love the concept of you buying a system and using it for as long as you live, and then when the time comes that we pass on, the kids actually want it. It doesn't end up in a consignment store, doesn't end up on eBay, they keep it. And people say, how do you really know that to be true? You know how to do? You can prove it to yourself. You go on eBay and try to find Steinway Lyngdorf or Audiogon. Why can't you find it? The company's been around for 25 years. How is it humanly possible that you can't find used equipment anywhere in the world? Because people hold on to it. It's an heirloom. And you appreciate the product and the clarity and the detail. How many of my women say, I can't tell you how many women came into here and they were saying, it's not loud. We're standing by the speaker. The people are sitting and listening to the speaker in the room. I'm right here and I'm talking to someone and it's not loud. And they can talk to me. You know why? Because it's not distorting. Everything in the world distorts, except this. So if you have any questions, I don't care where you are in the world, feel free to give me a call, send me an email. I'd love to talk about the product. And even if you don't want to buy the product, just come in and listen to it. I've created an amazing showroom for people who, I've created a showroom where I have the speakers on the wall and I can instantly compare speaker A to speaker B to speaker C, instantly in less than 15 seconds, without moving wires or anything else. And I designed this specifically to make it easy for the music lover who it's hard for them to distinguish between speaker A and speaker B. So, thank you for hearing. One other thing I'd like to show, brand new product from Steinway Lyngdorf that is a Soundbar. And the Soundbar, it's a self-encapsulated speaker to go under a television. It's large, it's about 75 inches wide. So it goes under like an 85-inch TV or 98-inch TV. And unlike most of the Steinway systems, you need about what we call a boundary woofer. But the woofers are encapsulated in the speaker. And each one of these is like a separate speaker upon itself. So if I'm dealing with an MDU or a loft like in Manhattan, and there's no physical spaces to put product, this would work. And it's the same Steinway ecosystem. It has the same preamp and the same amps, and it's a solution.